guys, what's up? Happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Orly and this is the DIY Designer. I do really fun DIY fashion and home decor, and really I'm all about customizing everything in your life so that it really sort of like speaks your style language and represents who you are. And DIY is just always the most wonderful way to do that. So I'm super stoked. Today's video is really fun. It actually started off as one idea and kind of transformed into another. Basically, I decided to challenge myself to go into my craft closet, which is really just a collection of random bags, and use up what I had and come up with a DIY. Because sometimes when I'm shopping for one project, I'll find like a great sweatshirt or a great jacket at the thrift store for just a couple bucks, and I always buy it because I'm like, eventually I'll come up with a project for it. So that's exactly what happened today. I found a plastic bag that had a black blazer and this like crystal fringe trim in a bag. I'm sure at some point I had a plan of what to do with them together, but I couldn't really remember. So anyway, I thought it would be really fun to do some kind of like crystal fringe blazer jacket that would be really fun for the holidays, keep you warm, but still be glitzy. I do the jacket and I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. It's totally no-sew, so it's really fun, but I ended up with leftover trim. What I made with the leftover trim is actually my favorite piece of the whole video. Cannot wait to wear probably for New Year's Eve. I don't know, I gotta decide. You guys can apply this crystal trim to pretty much anything. The only recommendation I would have is to do it on something that doesn't need to stretch. Obviously the crystal trim itself does not stretch, so you don't wanna put it on like all the way around a neck hole because then you won't be able to get it over your head. But other than that, it's super fun, totally no-sew, and anyone can do it, and it is perfect for the holidays. So let's get right into it. It's such a good one. So here is the blazer that I got at the thrift store. Really good quality. It was missing a center button, but that didn't really matter because I was gonna remove the buttons anyway. And here is the fringe trim that I had. I got quite a few yards of it. And so originally, remember, this was kind of my plan. Although when I really thought about it, I was like, I'm just not really gonna wear that. I'd rather something that's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit different than that. So I thought maybe I would do it all along the seams, or I would do it all along the collar. I was sort of playing around. I went into my room, I tried it on. I tried to decide what I would do, and ultimately, this is actually kind of the vibe that I go for. I grabbed some E6000, and I recommend with something like this, buying the Jewelry E6000 and potentially a new bottle because you want really precise, delicate, thin lines of glue. I'm creating a line that's, as you can see, kind of like a 1/4 inch off of the lapel. I want it to ride right against the lapel but not be underneath it. So I'm working in sections, and that's super important when you do this. Do maybe 4 or 5 inch sections, lift up your trim and like delicately drop it right back on. You don't want to put it on and slide it into place because anywhere that the glue is and gets smudged will dry kind of white. You're gonna see it. So you really wanna do a super thin line, lift up your trim, and delicately place it on. I also recommend doing the entire front at one point, letting that dry, and then moving on to the back. Now, in order to do the back, I put it on a dress form so I could kind of get a sense of how the fringe would actually drape. I thought this would be kind of a cool effect. Wrapped around the waist was kind of cool. I thought maybe I make like a, I don't know, like a looped back, like a big sort of open back look. I was playing around with this, and then I thought, I don't know, man, that's really like a lot. You know, like the front is a lot, much less the back. I ended up deciding to just have it go straight down the back so that it would basically follow kind of the natural seam and just go straight down the back. Now, when you're doing this, of course, you could draw it on with chalk. You could find your center seam, measure, 3 inches to the right, 3 inches to the left, and work your way up so that you have like a guide. I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm sure that stresses a lot of you out, but I'm eyeballing it. And whenever you're eyeballing something, you always want to start at your starting point and look with your eyeballs where you're ending. Whether you're cutting, whether you're gluing, whether you're drawing, if you start somewhere and look at where you're going, it will naturally slope exactly to where you want to go. So don't look at what you're actually gluing, look at where you're going, and you'll have a really natural line. So anyway, I did the entire front and back, and then I had some of this rhinestone trim, which is 2 or 3 times bigger. To me, the edge of where the fringe comes off felt really like, I don't know, like not substantial enough. It just felt like cheap looking. So I'm actually adding like a little buddy pair going all the way next to it. So again, a thin line of glue right next to the existing trim. And then I'm taking this thicker one and going right next to it to kind of beef it up so that it just feels and looks a little bit more substantial. When I got to the shoulder and the front bust, I put it back on my dress form so that I could do the natural slope over the shoulder. Once I got to the front, I laid it back flat and basically finished it off. quick interruption. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram. If you guys want to head over, we're actually the Messiah & Co chairs, my amazing rocking chairs. You guys probably saw them in my house makeover video that I just did. Anyway, I'm doing a giveaway with them, giving away 2 beautiful ottoman benches. They are awesome. And the way we're doing the giveaway is you will tag someone, you and that person can win. So we're giving away 2 benches, 2 winners. All you have to do is follow me and follow Messiah & Co, and then comment below. All the directions will be in the post, but I'll put the link down below for the actual post if you guys want to enter. They're like handcrafted. The story of them is amazing. If you don't know about Messiah & Co, you should watch my video about it because it is so cool. Such a cool company doing such good things, and their products are beautiful. It's like the jewel of my front porch. They're so amazing. So anyway, now this is this dress. I have never gotten rid of this dress because it's just too good, but something about this middle triangle thing was just really unflattering. I never wear it because that weird thing in the middle drives me nuts. And I don't know why I never cut it out, but I was thinking maybe I'll turn this dress into a halter top. Maybe I'll cut the center out. And maybe I'll add some crystal fringe to the middle, and that's what I do. I am obsessed with how this came out. So basically, the process is exactly the same here. You're going to take a very, very thin line of glue, lay your crystal fringe trim so it's ready to go, not tangled, not twisted, nice and even, and just lift it and slide it into place. A nice thin line of glue, start at the very center, work in sections, and slide it into place. I went all the way up to the strap, and then I actually go into the strap. Now, I was super lucky because I literally had just enough of this particular trim to go up the strap and stop exactly where I'm gonna tie it. I obviously don't wanna tie it with fringe. That would be very uncomfortable. So it goes right up to the top, and then at the point that there's no more trim is exactly where I'll tie my bow. That big pile of trim right there was a different kind, so I couldn't use it anyway. Now, do you see in the center there, it kind of has this, like, it doesn't lay flat. So I started adding a couple of individual pieces right where the V connects so that it has a more natural slope. I did a few of those pieces and then I went for it. I decided to get rid of this hideous V situation. So to do it, I cut straight down the middle and I'm going to fold them back so that it basically becomes a clean finished edge. So you're gonna take the piece, fold it back, and then just hand sew it into place. Now, I'm not gonna go into depth too much in this because this is very specific to my dress, but I just wanna share this as a reminder that, like, if there's one element of a piece that you don't love, change it. I don't know why I didn't change it sooner. It's been hanging in my closet for years as like the perfect black slip dress, and I finally got around to doing it. So I tacked them both back. I tacked the little corner so that it won't open up, and this guy's done. I'm gonna show you guys what they look like on. I absolutely love them. And I gotta say, I was planning on modeling them separately, showing you the dress and then doing the blazer with like a white button down and like flowy black trousers, but I threw it on over the dress and I was like, this is kind of over the top and fabulous. So I am gonna model them together and separately. They look really cool on, so I hope that you guys are inspired and you make your own really fun holiday look this year. Totally no-sew, so anyone can do it. Really, really fun. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm waking up now. But you know that I need you. I'm waking up now. You gotta know that I need you. Yeah. I'm waking up up, but it's time for me to be dropping down my defense. I realize I wasn't there for real. What I did didn't make any sense. How can I get you close? I see why you'd be so cold, but you need to forget.